Hey guys, welcome back. I ain't even gonna count down. So we had something just happen just now.
The funny thing is when we talked to y'all on the last video, we said, hey, we'll do another video. Well, it kind of got pushed on us. So.
Right after that. Like literally right after that. So we don't even know what the title of this video is gonna be. Right. We have less than 24 minutes to get this done because that's how much room I have left on my phone. But this message is powerful. It is gonna help somebody because we've been what do you call it?
Attacked.
Yeah. We've been attacked again, y'all. Can't make this up.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened because let this be a milestone for the future, okay? So while we were recording the last video, I had someone inboxing me who was a coach that was essentially trying to they started the conversation with me earlier on Facebook, and we were just having a conversation about business. I was telling her where I was, and the conversation was going great. So before we started the last video, she wanted me to come to her retreat, and I told her I wasn't gonna be able to make it because, for one, I ain't had no money at the time to be investing in our retreat. And then two, because right now, me and Michael are doing traveling and he has his speaking engagements, like we were just talking about in the other video. So I was telling her, I was like, yeah, he's doing speaking, he's doing his first speaking engagement, So she asked, she was like, hey, what is he gonna be speaking on? And I responded, he's a recovering alcoholic, so he's trying to impact the lives of those that's recovering and So right after I sent her that, we started recording the last video.
Right.
And I told Michael in advance because she was inboxing us as we were recording the last video. I saw her. She left 9 voice messages. And I had told him in advance, I'm probably about to get a lot of messages. So, just to be aware. Because if someone calls or inbox while we're recording, we get really upset. But anyways, so we finished the video. We're feeling really great. We're like, oh, that was amazing. Oh my God, let's do another one. What we're gonna do? We didn't have another topic yet. I was like, well, while you're coming up with the topic, let me listen to the audios that she left me. Boy, did we know what them audios is about to be. Yeah. Okay?
Yeah, she essentially said I was gonna crash and burn.
Yes.
That my dream was gonna fall apart. That she knew Les Brown and Tony Robbins personally, and that
they don't make money doing speaking engagements, that you have to be an expert. She also mentioned that there's no money in speaking and that he's going down the wrong road, and it's going to be a really tough road, and no one really cares that he's a recovering alcoholic. There's a ton of recovering alcoholics and no one really cares about that message. And she's just going on and on. I didn't even listen to the full messages because she left 9 voice messages. So I would start the first one. I would see where she was going. I'm like, I don't want to hear that. And then I would go to the next one. She's still talking about the same thing. So I'm like, I don't want to hear that. And who knows what else she said. But I instantly knew by the 5th message when she was still driving that home. She was still driving it home. She also did a shameless plug because I had mentioned to her that I was going to be building his portfolio because I was a photographer for over 9 years and I was doing brand photography, And I was like, well, I'm going to take him some pictures while he's speaking and videos. So when he does want to get paid, to do speaking engagements, he'll have that. And so while she was in her messages, after I had already told her all that stuff, she's like, yeah, he's going to have these unprofessional photos and videos and no one's going to want to use those. She was very, very limited with, she was very, very negative about his dream. And we weren't even talking in reference to Michael. He was just plugged because I was explaining to her that I was going to be busy because of his speaking engagements. Yep. So, said all of that to say, I stopped because I was like, I'm not going to listen to all of these messages, but I had to leave her one. So I left her a long message and I explained to her, I said, not only are you putting off your limited beliefs on our situation, I don't care if you know Les Brown, Tony Robbins, all these other people, and you got this track record of knowing how many people done failed and burned and crashed and all this other stuff. I can guarantee you that Les Brown does not approve this message you just sent to us. Right. Because everybody has to start somewhere, right?
Right. And not only that, but like my message in regards to this is, don't let anybody tell you what your dream is. Don't let anybody try to distract you. The fact that happened lets me know that the devil is definitely at play on this.
Oh, yeah.
And he's trying to deter me for the steps that I'm making. And let me go and explain this right here. It's not about the money.
Right.
God's going to supply me with whatever it is that I need. But to let God orchestrate my steps, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I know that what I'm doing is making a difference. And that is more important than my paycheck.
Oh, she had us triggered. She definitely got me triggered because I had let her have it.
But the thing is, the thing is, and this is what I really want to drive home to everybody is, not everybody sees the vision that you see. Right. But God gives you that vision for a reason. That's your vision. That's not their vision. So don't let somebody else's vision of you deter you from what your vision is supposed to be.
Right. Period. And that's why we hopped on here, because we was like, oh, we got to come up with a title for this. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. Forget it. We just going to record, because we were already talking to each other about the audacity. Okay? Yeah. The audacity. But like he said, and I explained to her, I'm like, everybody starts somewhere. Yeah. You're essentially telling him that he's going to fail before he has even started, and you don't even know. You're not God. Like, you can't sit here and say because you've seen other people crash and burn that that's just inevitable, because Les Brown started from somewhere. Tony Robbins started from somewhere. Pastor Stephen, he started from somewhere. Pastor Stephen had the same type of people trying to tell him that he couldn't create the type of church that he has now. There is no way. No one's ever done it. It's not possible. You can't do this. He was the first pastor that created a church with multiple locations while people were watching you on the screen. And I'll never forget that Pastor Stephen said it. A pastor came up to him and was like, you need to create another location. And he was like, no one's going to come to a location and watch me on the screen. They're not going to do that. Like, that's never been done before. And the pastor told him that if you don't do it, God is going to have someone else do it. You have a powerful word that you're sharing. And I'm telling you that that's what your next step should be. But if you do not do it, I'm telling you that it's gonna, like, God's going to have someone else do it. And look at how big Elevation Church is now. What if he would have listened to his own limited belief and not went forward? What if he would have listened to other people's limited beliefs about what his vision was for his church, and he decided to play it small because it's never been done before and no one else has ever done this?
The thing is when your heart is aligned with what your vision is supposed to be, God's going to open up them doors. Period.
Yeah. And it's not going to matter if this person tried it, that person tried it, that person tried it, this person tried it. It's not about how many people have tried it. So for me, and I told her at the very beginning, I said, I'm very disappointed that you said this to me. I hate that you said it because I really liked you. Like, the conversation was great until she came for Michael and his vision. It was great. Before, I was actually appalled that she came for him the way she came for him. But like he said, it was an attack. Yeah. Because there was no reason for her to say what she said. And there's so many times where there are going to be people out there that you're going to share your vision or even glimpse, because I didn't even share your vision with her. Right. I just told her what we were doing. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to try to shut you down. And they're going to try to tell you that it can't be done because it's either never been done before, or you're not good enough to do it, or this person tried to do it, or I tried to do it and it didn't work, so it's not going to work. Don't listen to them.
No, if anything, take all the negativity and take all the people that tell you you can't do something and use it as your fuel to do it. So then that way, whenever you reach the goal that you reach, then you can look back and say, see, you were wrong.
Yeah.
Because that's essentially what's going to wind up happening.
Right. Because I have always told Michael reminds me of Peter so much. So much. And I told him, I said, you're going to be a fisher of man. You're going to be a fisher of man. Because there's just different things that I have seen in him and how he does things. Even the temper. You know, he had a little temper sometimes, you know, and Peter was a little rough around the edges. But he was a fisher of man. And I'm like, I am prepared as your spouse to back you and support you on this journey. I know that he has a very powerful journey that he's about to go on. So for me to hear someone who doesn't know me or him, because I hadn't even talked to her before today, for her to say what she said to us was like, wow, okay, so it really is people out here that just be saying stuff, you know, because I was telling Michael, I've never had anyone personally tell me, like, oh, you're not going to make it. You can't do that. That's not possible. So for me to hear someone saying something like that for the first time, it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how many people you have helped financially, because she was real big on plugging what all she has done and how many people she has helped. And, you know, when I say help, I mean making money, you know, like really big on that. And how much she hates the coaching industry because they try to sell you this dream. And then that's exactly what she was trying to do for us. Like, and I even ended the message before I blocked her. I even ended the message with, so what do you advise us to do? Because nowhere in the message, at least from what I heard, because I didn't listen to the whole thing, granted. But I'm like, what do you advise us to do then? Buy your course? Like sign up for your retreat? You know what I'm saying? So he's not going to make it unless he works with you. Like, I hate people that do that. You're not going to put fear in us and guilt in us to work with you, because it's actually going to do the opposite. I'm not only going to not work with you, I'm going to block you, because I rebuke that limited belief energy over here. Yeah. We don't have time to be getting the doubts. We've worked really hard to be in the mind space that we are in right now at this very moment. Absolutely. We have worked too hard. So yeah, she had to go.
The fact that happened just lets me know I'm on the right path.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm not even upset. Like I'm like, okay, cool.
It was funny because me and him was looking like, and I'm listening to it, and I knew he was hearing it. Yeah. And I was like, Michael, let me respond to her real quick, and then we're gonna talk about this. You know, because I didn't respond originally when I was listening to it. I was just going through it, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I know for a fact God is going to use me to reach people, and I'm ready for it. So little things like that just lets me know I'm doing the right thing.
And I just want to say, because I doubt if she will ever see this because she's so big, but thank you for doing that, because God has mysterious ways of letting you know when you're on the right track, and he will use what the enemy is trying to use to go against you to let you know that you're on the right track. Because the enemy tried to come. He tried to come for us just now. He did. But it didn't do what he thought it was going to do. It actually lit that fire even more, because that was confirmation that you're a little fearful right now of where Michael is going. Because why would you be working so hard?
It's always like they say, your spirit upsets their demons. Yeah. And, at the end of the day, that's the truth. So yeah. So there's that. You know what we could name this? When the enemy provokes you to your process. Huh? When the enemy provokes you into your process. Because
into your process.
Yeah. Into what you're stepping into being.
Well, we'll work on the title. I don't know what we need the title to be yet. Yeah. But we had to go ahead and record this because.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's definitely, and it gave us a chance to bring awareness to other people that do have a vision and have a dream. And if you feel like you're being called to do something, I'm really, really trying to push you into do it. Please don't waste it, man. Don't spend your life letting people tell you what you can and can't do, just to get to the end of this life and regret not doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That was a word. I hope this was helpful for somebody.
Absolutely.
Because somebody is being told they can't do it right now. Or maybe someone was told, before, and this is lingering in your head. And every time you don't get to a certain place that you're looking for, you're like, oh, well, maybe I'm not doing it because this person has said that it wasn't going to work. Yeah. No, that's not what it is.
Right, and maybe this happens so that we can give that message to somebody that's listening, because maybe this message was meant for you.
Absolutely. I'm going to let you end it.
The end.
He always got to say so crazy to end the message. End the video, babe.
All right. Honestly, thank you guys for tuning in with us, and I love you guys for the support that you've given us, especially as an interracial couple and as what we're trying to get accomplished. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.